Meet Big Lizzie. Her Majesty steps aboard the UK's biggest and most powerful warship ever, as she welcomes HMS Queen Elizabeth into the Royal Navy. The Queen today officially welcomed the UK's new £3.1 billion aircraft carrier, at a ceremony to commission it into the Royal Navy fleet. At 280 meters long and with an estimated half a century working life, the 65,000-ton behemoth aircraft carrier is the most powerful warship ever built by the UK. The Queen, Princess Anne and First Sea Lord Admiral Sir Philip Jones today attended the ceremony along with 3,700 guests in Portsmouth, Hampshire. The Queen, wearing a purple outfit, arrived on board using a specially installed lift to bring her up to the hangar for the occasion, and was shown around by the ship's commanding officer Captain Jerry Kidd. Prime Minister Theresa May had been due to attend today, but cancelled amid ongoing talks over Brexit. Crew on the ship had been working to ensure she looks her best ahead of the commissioning of the aircraft carrier. On her arrival, the national anthem was played, before the Queen and Anne inspected a guard on parade. She then received the royal salute as the white ensign was raised for the first time on the flight deck, broadcast into the hangar on large screens. An audible sigh of relief could be heard from the ship's company as the ensign, initially slightly entangled, opened out fully and flew freely in the wind. Cakes created for the event including a scale model of the carrier, and others depicting the Queen and sailors on parade, including one fainting sailor shown fallen on his face, were on show. The ceremony was organized to commission the carrier into the fleet, but the Aircraft Carrier Alliance confirmed that the Navy had formally accepted the ship on Thursday, meaning it had been fully handed over to the MOD. Defense Secretary Gavin Williamson also attended to witness the huge vessel being welcomed into the fleet. He said today, "It is an honor to witness the crowning moment of an extraordinarily busy year for the Royal Navy that has seen us name the second carrier, HMS Prince of Wales, cut steel on the first Type 26 frigates, and launch the national shipbuilding strategy. Our new aircraft carrier is the epitome of British design and dexterity, at the core of our efforts to build an armed forces fit for the future. For the next half a century both carriers will advance our interests around the globe, providing the most visible symbol of intent and commitment to protect the UK from intensifying threats, wherever they may come. We have been working, the Navy have been working, the Ministry of Defense have been working to get it ready for the last 20 years. This is a very important moment." Senior Warfare Officer, Lieutenant Commander Nick Leeson, revealed the ship's 700-strong company had been undertaking a healthy amount of activity to ensure the vessel was ready for the ceremony. Lieutenant Commander Leeson is the officer commanding the Royal Guard during the ceremony, and the Queen, accompanied by Captain Kidd, inspected the front rank. Captain Kidd described the commissioning ceremony as a major milestone. He said, "Building aircraft carriers is not for the faint-hearted. There are very few countries who can do this around the world. So we should look at our British industry, our designers, all the skills, all the production companies around the country, the shipyards from Devon through to Fife, to the Royal Navy, who have come together to make this happen. We should be really proud as a country. This has been a national endeavor. It has just been fantastic. It is really a culmination of all our hard work." Said to be the nation's future flagship, the aircraft carrier can be pressed into action for various tasks such as high-intensity warfighting or providing humanitarian aid and disaster relief. She will also serve as a floating military base for the F-35B stealth fighter jets that will launch from the deck of the vessel to undertake missions. Lieutenant Commander Leeson added, "I will be in the middle of the hangar in front of the 96-man guard, and I will be reporting the guard and speaking to the Queen as she comes to inspect us. It is a massive thing of personal pride for me. It will be the first time that I have met the Queen, so it is a real honor and a real privilege, and it is the first time I have commissioned a ship into service as well. Just to be associated with this amazing ship is a real privilege." Asked if the crew had been tidying up ahead of the big day, he said there had been a healthy amount of activity, stressing that everyone wanted to make sure the ship looks her best on this magnificent day. To prepare for the ceremony, the hangar of the aircraft carrier has been cleared and seating installed, as well as screens so that those attending can witness the white ensign being raised on the top deck. Leeson added of the ceremony, "It is a big deal, but we are delighted to be on show. We are delighted to be here presenting this magnificent ship to our friends, to our family and to the nation essentially. Since we have been back in our base port of Portsmouth, we have really been cracking on with the commissioning preparations, and this last week it has been our sole focus." He added, "I hope I don't get stage fright. So far my voice has survived, which I think is the crucial part of barking a lot of orders. But I think we are all looking forward to it." Hoisting the white ensign above HMS Queen Elizabeth, for the first time, will be a day to look back on forever, a young sailor carrying out the honor has said. The flag is one of the world's most recognizable naval standards and has flown from British warships, boats, bases, and Royal Marine craft for more than 150 years. Featuring a St. George's Cross on a white background and a Union flag in the upper left corner, the white ensign will be raised above Queen Elizabeth, for the first time on Thursday.